like Donnie is involved. Joan's son Donnie is he's involved in this in some way. With Emerson, we found the photo.
They
Um,
served together.
yeah, they served together. There seemed to be maybe a falling out. He seemed to be looking for Donnie, or that was a smoke screen because Donnie's in the mansion. Um, we don't know, but that was certainly a nice eye-opening twist.
Yeah, and besides that, I think you actually did a pretty decent job of wrapping things up when you described what you thought the plans were going to be this evening. There was a lot of conversation about um, which side, if any, to uh, choose in this conflict. And where we left things, the party had decided that they would um, side with Christophe Duval and fake the robbery of his secure train, thereby leaving Morris Emerson to think that Duval wouldn't be able to pay his human staff, and perhaps using that as an opportunity to investigate the Emerson ranch. Does that sound about right to everybody?
Sounds about
Yes.
right as
Yeah.
far as I recall.
All right. Um, so I think the way I want to do this. Well, let me ask. Do you all think that you would um go to meet the train at the station, or do you think you would find an agreed upon location sort of between the station and Duval's Bluff to um make the switch and the handoff?
Well, I think didn't we lay it out with Duval that the station one car was going to stay behind and then go off a different way, and we would follow it and pick it up there?
Um,
Or am I misremembering that?
yeah, that is
That
certainly an option. I sort of remember that too, but I just don't remember if it was, oh, you're going to follow it from the station or there's going to be a spot where you're going to meet it. I just don't recall.
Follow it
So
from the
I'm
station.
all right. Yeah, so I'm putting it to the team. Sounds like following it from the station. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. So let's do
Let's
this.
go.
Hold on.
That way we get to see it in action.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move everybody over here, but you probably can't see much because it is the middle of the night.
mhm.
I see nothing.
Yeah, the train was pulling in at 11:30, and I initially had these um, scenes set up for. Wait,
I light a lantern.
nice.
The Bobcat's coming out.
I originally had these set up in case there was a uh, combat. Right, so I'll just turn on global illumination. Can everybody see everything now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean you can't see past the
The
wall of the
walls.
train station, but beyond that, you should be able to see. If you like, since there's no conflict going on here, I can just move you so you can sort of see the train and see what's going on. Let me move you all up here. Sort of through.
Yeah,
the
because I think only
station.
some of us saw this map.
Yeah, I believe it was you and
I think me and Oni.
the Bobcat.
Yeah.
Did a little
Yep.
scouting. Right. So what you see, it's you ride out to the station under the cover of night. It's about 11:30 as the train comes rolling in. You see this locomotive pull in. It comes in from the right side of your screen and it rolls in to the left. There's maybe it's not a big train. There's maybe a dozen other cars, maybe 18 other cars on this train. They're not in the station very long. This locomotive, the outside of it is painted entirely black, and it is beat to shit. There are a few windows in this sort of, in the engineer's compartment, and you can see a couple people in there, but the rest of it is just a big, giant black box with scratches and gouges and a big set of double doors right here. Somebody from the rest of the train comes out of their train car, pulls the pin and disconnects this locomotive from the rest of the train, and then the rest of the train rolls off in the same direction that it came from. So it is rolling off to the right side of the screen, leaving this locomotive here by itself. No one has entered or exited this particular car. And again, you can see a couple individuals in here, but that is about it. There is a loud hiss of steam and a grinding of some gears, and very slowly this train car raises ever so slightly until the train wheels are off of the tracks. And at that moment, with another big hiss of steam and the crunch of tires along the crushed rock between the rail ties, this locomotive slowly turns to the right and begins to roll off down a fairly well-worn path off towards Duval's Bluff. You follow it for... It doesn't move very fast, whether or not that's because the top speed isn't very high or just out of caution because it's being driven sort of through the woods, is hard to say. You can tell, however, that those scratches and gouges along the sides of the train are clearly from tree branches and whatnot. There being no real roads here, sometimes it just has to plow through where it can. In this particular case, it's not a terrible hindrance. Clearly, this particular train car has ridden this path enough that there is, in fact, some sort of path through the woods. I think everyone should be able to see on the clearing map that we're in. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Great. The train comes to a rest in the clearing. There's already a coach waiting here. These doors on the train open, and you see two of these guys come out with a giant chest and put it on the coach. Just again, it's those fellas.
Guys.
Let me see. These guys come off. They come out the same door. They just yell back at the car, "Everybody out!" And about 20 more of these Nosferatu motherfuckers shamble out of the train, both giving you an indication as to why there are no windows and why the deliveries are only made at night, because these individuals are the security for this particular train. The driver of the coach calls out and says, your $5,000 is in the train. My understanding is it's yours to do with as you please. Which one of you folks is Cornelius?
He hesitates, but he puts his hand up.
Shit.
He walks up with a small, looks like a cigar box, right, and says, Mr. Duvall asked if you'd hold on to these, said they're probably better in your hands than his anyway.
Oh.
And just extends the
Thank
box
you.
to you.
I'll take it and open it.
Great. Inside you see 3 poker chips and 2 playing cards.
Oh. Can I inspect the cards?
The cards, I mean, as far as you can tell, they look like regular playing cards. It's a 3 of clubs and a 7 of clubs.
Okay.
The poker chips say Dumont's place on them.
Dumont, you said?
Correct.
Okay.
And these guys hop on the coach. There's I'd say maybe 8 to 10 of these Nosferatu guys cram themselves in. 2 guys driving. These two who came off the train climb up on top and are sitting on top, rifles drawn. The remaining 8 vampires just shamble off into the woods. What is
this
your plan?
Is this cart still here?
Which cart? This thing?
Yeah.
No, that's what they've taken the chest with the $45,000 in. They're delivering that to Duvall. All that's left is the train, the $5,000, the 10% that was left to you, and the 5 of you.
Before they leave, I'd like to ask them a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thomas will look at the train, look at look them over, and then ask them, "Are there any gear on that train? Tools, equipment?"
Gee, to be honest with you, I don't really know. I mean, there's some random crap, but it's mostly cleared out. I mean,
Hmm.
we just cram as many of them vampire folk in there. Figure driving this thing through the woods in the middle of the night, no one's likely to stop us. And if they
Right.
are, that's all the gear we need.
Right. No axes, just in case you got to clear something.
Yeah, I think there might be like an axe and a crowbar, a couple shovels.
All right. I'd tip my hat to him.
Mhm.
I go see if that axe is in there.
Sure. There's a rusty old axe in there.
Okay. Does it feel like it would still chop wood if needed?
Yeah.
Still life in the old girl.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
cool.
not well cared for.
Let's look around this train. What's going on inside this train?
Yeah, don't mind all the vampires in there. I'm just not moving them all out. They're all gone. Yeah, I mean, they're all in there in case you decide to rob this train in the middle of the night. There was going to be, you now see the big, a peek behind the curtain, the combat that could have been.
I think as like they all leave and scatter and we're left with the train, right? Saying that's a lot more of them than I thought there'd be.
It's a lot more vampires than I think I was ready to know that were in the world.
I mean, that's almost equal to or more than what was down there in the mines.
The
And
Bobcat
we're supposed
says
to
we
believe
could have
that.
taken them.
And we're supposed to believe that once Duval has got what he wants, he's just gonna snap his fingers and all these vampires are just gonna disappear and not be a threat, not be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think we have to necessarily trust him to still feel like we may get better out with him than we may with Mr. Emerson.
Definitely with you there.
Honestly, with how many are in this train, I'm surprised they haven't overrun Emerson's people. Sure,
Right.
they can only operate at night, but at night,
I mean, I guess we're maybe underestimating how many people Emerson's got.
Or maybe we're underestimating his control over these folk. I mean, they do what he says, right?
They do what Duval says.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where that money at?
There's Bobcat.
I'd assume in the box, right? And I'll point to the chest that's parked up here.
Yeah, easy to find. There's a small safe, open, $5,000 in it.
What kind of currency? Bills? Gold?
Bills. No gold.
Yeah.
From what country?
It's 5,000 Confederate dollars. It's not worth shit.
God damn it!
No, it's 5,000 US dollars.
Wow. You could have got real messy. Coulda got- Oh, Got the money right here. Give it a nice old smell.
Hey, are we gonna be a while here?
Only as long as we want to be, I suppose. Uh,
All right, then I'll be right outside. Adam, I would like to, by whatever light there is,
Mhm.
try to chop down some wood. I want to make steaks. I want to make wooden steaks.
All right.
Is this not fucking crazy?
Let's
Oh my god. Let's see it.
Are you telling anybody that you're making wooden steaks?
Not in particular.
Okay,
You know,
great.
they're checking the train out. I'm just chopping wood. That's my
Great.
goal, is to make some wooden
Make me
steaks.
an occult roll, and if you don't have right, if you
I
don't
cer-
have the occult skill, just make me an unskilled roll.
Yep, I certainly don't.
Okay.
Yep, a
Cool.
0.
Yeah, I mean, roll. I don't know. Roll me.
I was thinking this because I was looking
And-
under the skills to see like what skill could handle this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Agility is the measure of like nimbleness and coordination, which I think could be,
Yeah, I'm going to make it
something.
even easier than this, right? I don't think there's any question. You've got an axe. There's plenty of wood around. You can make steaks. Like, I'm thinking we'll just have you roll some dice to see how many you make.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And
Even if it was like one steak, that I'd be fine.
yeah, I'm
That's-
thinking roll 2d4. No, nothing will ace, right? But just roll 2d4. We'll see how many steaks you make.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you find a great tree. Part of it is dead and dried out already, right? And so getting it down's pretty easy. Chopping it up's pretty easy. You got 5 steaks. Put 5 steaks in your inventory.
Hell yeah. I show after whatever time, right? I do show the others, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
In case of what?
Well, I mean, we are gonna have to fight them vampires at some point.
I don't know that I've got the strength to put one of those through the ribs and nothing.
Hmm.
Is that the plan?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
sure
I mean,
the doc over here could give it to you.
right through the heart, right?
Everybody
That is the
except
legend.
Thomas, you've already made one. Everybody make me an occult roll, please.
Oh my god.
And if you don't have it, just unskilled.
Cult. Sure don't.
Whee!
I
Because
mean,
Damon
even I
said
can
that.
just say,
I wanna.
I mean, yes, these are called vampires, but they're really dead bodies with Manitou spirits in them. So who knows if these will actually like do their job?
Kinda.
I know.
Hey, that's still an 8.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I know about werewolves.
Okay. So Joan and Cornelius sort of put their heads together and are pretty sure about something. And as they vocalize it, Abby's like, yeah, that's absolutely the case. And what is absolutely the case is the Nosferatu, they're not called this, but at least in terms of to help understand what's going on, the lesser vampires, the Nosferatu, right? They don't need a stake through the heart to kill them. They just need to, they have a weakness, right? Of any damage through the heart will kill them. The greater vampire,
My only weakness.
right? Now, but right, it would
Glad I'm
you'd
not
still have to have a
vulnerable to
called
that.
shot that is you're aiming for the heart, right? But like it can literally, I can punch him through the heart, whatever. Christoph Duvall, on the other hand, right, a greater vampire who, where the Manitou is wrestling with a human soul, that would require an actual stake through the heart to kill him.
Right,
But
because the
you've
way I
got
see it, once we have what they want, they ain't gonna let us just walk away.
You are not wrong. Not wrong in the slightest.
Oh, boy. That sound.
All right. I go to hand a stake to everyone. You can take it or not take it if you like.
hell
Sure. I'll take a steak.
Medium rare, please.
yeah. Nice.
I'm just gonna put it in the box with
Maggie,
the
I
other
fucking hate you.
accoutrement.
I was saving it.
Fuck. Also, just sometimes the dice work out. I like that there are 5, that you made 5 stakes, because Friendly definitely would not take a stake.
I need to work, bitch, for a second. The transaction log in law is full.
I'm gonna lose my shit, dude. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
Good news is the ingestion finished before that happened. Or I would have been tracking somebody down at their house. Okay, well, you know what? It means I can't work anymore. Oh well, too sad.
Need a steak.
1 1,000,
Is it-
2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000.
Fuck. Sorry,
Uh,
everybody. Sorry.
Okay. Now that I have murder in my heart,
Sorry for doing this to all of us.
great. Yeah. So everybody who wants one has a stake. Is there anyone here that isn't taking a stake from Thomas?
I'm not.
Okay. So
Holy.
Thomas, you have 2 stakes. Franklin,
Hell
you
yeah.
have no stakes. Everybody else has 1 stake.
I put a stake in each of my boots.
Excellent.
Hell yeah, brother.
There's a
Hell
snake
yeah.
in my boot.
There's a snake.
Roll for splinters. Oh, actually, you don't have to roll for splinters.
The real benefit of being a robot.
Yeah, that's actually the best part.
All right, team. What are we doing with this train?
Yeah. I mean, I would have spent time chopping stuff, obviously, to make these steaks, but what's going on with this train? How do we drive it, guys? Does anyone know how to drive this thing?
Yeah, like what the fuck do we do? Like
I have
whole
riding
thing?
proficiency. I don't have vehicle proficiency.
I look at the dock.
Oh, what? Just because I make machines, I know how to drive a train? I might actually. No, I have no idea how to drive the train, but I will take a look
think
at
you're
how
the
to
most
drive a
likely
train.
to be able to look at the control panel of a train and figure it out of all of us.
Yeah.
I am flattered. Thank you, Joan. I will go and I will see if that is in fact true.
Okay,
That would-
I think under the circumstances, this would count as some weird science. So if you want to make me a weird science roll, we'll see what you can glean.
Thank God, 'cause I was about to see if I can whip this. Pull all our horsepower.
I mean,
behind
it's a
this motherfucker.
success, but do I go for a Benny for a raise?
I mean, you got 3.
Yeah, there's always the chance that I fuck it up, though.
And it's not like we have to sneak into a zombie house later and not get caught.
No, yeah, we got nothing else important.
Yeah, I'll just take the success. I'll just take the success
Okay.
right now. It's fine.
Look, you can. I mean, it's clearly marked. Like, there's a lever here that extends and retracts the everyday wheels, right? There's a couple more levers that steer it. A throttle. The throttle controls the same as for the train itself. It's remarkably similar to Sister Winter's horseless coach. You think?
Ted, do you know what it runs on with this?
I will assume Ghost Rock.
Oh yeah, no, it's Ghost Rock. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. I apologize. Excellent question, but yeah.
Well, it will take an astounding amount. Well, not an astounding amount, but it will certainly take us keeping in Ghost Rock to keep it running when it is required. But and I just start pulling the levers that would make it, put it into the configuration we would want to use. Although I am not attempting to move the vessel.
Gotcha. Great.
Just to sort of demonstrate that, yes, I do in fact have a basic understanding of how this works.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Yes, you think you got?
What's that?
How fast you think you got?
Well, judging by the instrumentation here, how fast do I actually think it goes? Judging by the instrumentation.
It can go pretty fast. It can go a lot faster than you've witnessed it going. Right? The question that comes to your mind with that success is the real question isn't, gee, what is the top speed? Like, it can go fast. It's an engine powered on Ghost Rock. It'll move those wheels fast. The question is, how fast can it go safely given the varied terrain? And that's a good question.
On track, it can go based on this instrumentation here pretty fast. Not quite. I'd pass along everything that Adam just said.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta see this goddamn thing at top speed.
I mean, if we can find some wide open, fairly flat territory, like, most of the middle of the country, then that shouldn't be a problem. But I can tell you what it's not going to do for us right now, and that is get us into Emerson's place. It would be, well, I mean, I guess it could. It would crash right through the front door if we really wanted, but that would be very obvious. So I don't think we want to do that.
That would be a wild plan.
I think it would work against zombies if I'm being
Honestly,
honest.
actually, pretty good plan. I mean,
Yeah.
though there's the thought that Donnie might be in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also, we would damage our brand new train.
That is true. Fuck. But fuck, I love that idea.
We could crash it into the house a little bit.
Just the front doors? Just
Like we know like where the front sitting room is.
okay.
Yeah, just drive it down Main Street into this building.
Also, we should divide the money, right? Divide our 10%.
I
I
suppose,
mean,
yeah.
if you want to be walking around with $1,000 on in your back pocket, I guess I don't know a safer place to put any of it, though. I mean,
Right.
I'm just saying that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for one person, and sorry, I'm being. I don't have a better solution.
I thought where this was going was Joan was going to have this conversation with everyone, and then at the end of the day, Joan was going to be $5,000 richer.
Look, if everyone can tell that, I'm kidding.
Hey, how about this? I'm gonna take my little cut of it,
Of
and
course.
someone else,
It's your
if someone else want to hold it, yeah, let me know.
As long as you don't literally go and gamble it all away like we saw, or at least I saw the other day, then keeping it at least all together is fine.
All right, hey now, I'm not gonna gamble y'all money away.
Damn right you're not.
Franklin's carrying the $5,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh, that's the weirdest fucking thing. Franklin just disappeared from the game entirely. I don't know what happened. No, I'm joking,
Oh,
obviously.
all right, guys. You see a luchador come flying?
It's crazy. Oni left the Discord. It's crazy.
And left with our ghost $5,000.
What a heist.
I was really playing the long game.
The long con.
He pulls off his Franklin Saint mask. It was Morris Emerson the whole time.
Yeah,
Man, the Bobcat's devious.
Mhm.
telling you, you guys created a monster back then.
We created a monster.
Okay. So, are we gonna leave this thing here, or are we gonna drive it into the Emerson building and go in loud?
Surely there is a middle ground.
Yeah, it's the one where we just go in.
We'll just parallel park.
Yeah, we probably just park this a bit closer to town and then walk over to the Emerson's place. Maybe going through the back door.
Do we really want to take it anywhere close to town right now? I mean, as far as Emerson knows, this is still Duval's train, and we should really not do anything that might disabuse that notion.
Honestly, I'd
Yeah,
say
that's a very
leave
good
it
point.
here.
That's a good point. It'll look like it just ran off the tracks after we did whatever we did to it.
Is there any way of making it so it can't go nowhere unless we're here, or is there keys or?
If there's not, I'm sure I could find some circuitry to be removed that would.
Maybe just even unscrewing this here wheel here and hiding it.
We're back in Avernus. Fuck yeah.
I have one idea.
When it comes to vehicles, I got one idea, but it is a good one.
It is a damn
Worked
good
so
one.
fucking far.
I'll say this regarding the wheel. There is no like steering wheel for this thing. It's all levers and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
If you're talking about one of the tires, yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to find a jack that'll get this.
Is there a
thing up.
mechanism that we can disable and re-enable?
Here are the options that I can give you. Right. I think the common sense one that everyone would sort of know is you can use the sandbox to cut off all the oxygen to the ghost rock, thereby putting it out, and then you can take the ghost rock with you. So then anyone who comes out and tries to move this thing would have to come and bring their own fuel with them. Not exactly foolproof, but would certainly slow a good number of people down. If you're looking to do something that will disable this in a greater way, anyone who wants to make a weird science roll to try and figure out what can or can't be removed, we can see that.
I know machines. I am one.
Hell yeah.
She's not revealing her secrets.
I know guns.
Yeah, I think with this, Abigail, similar to taking the Ghost Rock, you surmise that if you climb under the train and pull out a pin in the linkage to the throttle lever, they can move the throttle lever back and forth as much as they want, and the thing essentially will never turn on, even if there's Ghost Rock burning in it. Again, it's not 100% foolproof, but it is much more likely to disable the train long term. Someone would have to know exactly what they were looking for and where to look for it in order to find that missing piece.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Excellent. You disable the train, you hop back on your horses, and you ride back to Duval's Bluff. We'll say by the time it's all said and done, I don't know, it's probably 4 o'clock in the morning.
Anyone else tired?
Well, I'm tired as hell.
No.
Fuck, that was funny.
Well,
You think we should try to meet with Emerson later?
well, the idea was tomorrow.
Like tomorrow, or
Right, tomorrow.
when
We
the
rest
sun's
up.
up?
Well, we rest up, and then we can do it first thing. I mean, these two ain't just been waiting around for years for something to kick off. Why wait?
Yeah, we can go rest.
Master Cox,
Well,
what's in the box?
Oh, a steak, and I open the box.
Oh, I see Mr. Duval has entrusted you with them. Could never quite figure out what they were for.
That he never figured out what they were for.
Correct. He's saying Mr. Duval never quite figured out what they're for.
Oh, is that saying that you do?
It's not saying one way or the other. He thought he could use them to curry favor. Maybe you can. Maybe you can.
I'll close the lid of the box.
Mhm.
I mean, if you're
Sound-
not
What's that, Master Cox?
nothing, if you don't, I'll just hold on to them.
Very well. Looks like things are soon to get exciting in town. So glad you and your friends stopped by.
I'm glad you're happy about it.
Even that one. And he puts his hand up in the air and shakes it around a little bit. Same hand that Friendly wears his glove on.
I'll scowl a little bit toward them, but time to go try to sleep.
Yeah. Sleep is not a problem. Anybody doing anything else before you catch some Z's?
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do want to then, now that like I made the stakes, which was like important at the time, I do want to then look at the money again with Franklin and
okay.
just like, holy,
Right.
I
Awesome.
fucking know, man.
what's it feel like? Like when you fill your arms with it?
Oh my God. It feel like a good stew when you've been hungry.
Mm,
You hear from
meaning,
behind the check-in desk, you should take that across the street.
I hadn't been hungry in a long time, but looking at this, I'm feeling something.
Boy, you can't feel that. Wait, that feel wrong. That feel wrong to say. What? Okay, what do you do feel shit like when you get hit? How does that feel?
There's a sensation of a sort. I mean, I've been pretty banged up and not really known it. I mean, you remember when that dynamite went off in the toilet?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
so much shit everywhere.
I barely felt it.
Oh well.
But when
Yeah.
that flesh monster cracked me open, that actually felt like something. More like fear, though, I think.
Okay, feel. That's a fair one. That's a fair one. Oh God. I was just interested. I never really know what happens with you when you get a little banged up. So,
I appreciate you asking.
you want to hold the money?
I do.
Here you go, man. Yeah. Embrace it. Close your eyes.
Yeah, that's it. That's great.
Amazing. All right. Evening comes and goes. Y'all get some rest. And I would say anybody not well, who's up by, let's say, you got in at what I say, 3:30, something like that in the morning?
Something like that.
Yeah. Who's not given the late arrival, who's not going to be up by 7:30 in the morning?
I'm not. I'm not gonna be up.
Okay.
I
Trying
think
to
poor sleep might factor in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if Abigail would truly get up that early, and I don't think the answer is
Right.
yes.
Right. Joan, what about you?
I think Joan would be up pretty early.
Okay. So Joan, Thomas, and Cornelius, you encounter at 7:30 in the morning, bursting through the doors of the inn, one Mr. Morris Emerson. Morning, friends.
Mr.
Morning.
Emerson.
Is it a good morning?
I suppose for you it is.
He gets a big shit-eating grin, rubs his hands together. Mr. Dealer, you got any hot coffee? The dealer says, you know the rules, Mr. Emerson. Cross the street. Goddamn son of a bitch. All right, look. It'll probably be a little bit before Duvall's day staff realizes that they ain't getting paid. But when they do, I'm going in that goddamn house and I'm taking it. You coming with me?
That weren't part of our arrangement. We'd have to at least discuss.
No, I know it ain't. I'm asking.
I think we may have. I think we're going about as far as we'd like.
I understand. Get a
I'm-
lot of money in your pocket and all of a sudden you ain't got a care in the world. Well, go and get. Adults got
Well,
business.
That ain't exactly like that. We do care. I wanted to just say to you before you go that I wish there was a better way. I enjoyed talking with all you and yours. I was hoping before we left town to actually say my goodbyes to a few of the folk I became rather well acquainted to.
Yeah, make me a persuasion roll.
He is not a human, right?
He is not.
That's a success.
It's a success. It would be a success, although it's a contested roll.
Oh, it's contested? Okay. I'll
Yeah.
spend. And, all right. And remind me again, if I spend the Benny, it's the new result is what is chosen, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the gamble of could be better. It's a D4. I got extra bennies, so let's try. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, there we
Wait,
go. There we go.
wait.
That's what you're looking for.
There
Okay.
we go.
Okay, worth it.
Well, seems foolish to me, but go ahead and say your goodbyes and get out of town.
Appreciate it.
He tips his hat and vacates the inn.
All right. Well, I think I bought us a way in.
Good thinking, Thomas. We should do that quickly, though. Once he starts his invasion of Mr. Duvall's estate, I expect things will get out of hand very quickly.
I think we're hoping to use that chaos to our advantage.
We are, but it's only going to last so long.
Agreed. That's why we have to move fast. There's a key on his desk. It has to open some door beyond his office there. There's something going on. But we have to try to find it, and then we need to get down to the caves. We don't even know how it connects to his place, likely the basement or cellar. I think once we're down there, given the events, either we'll be fighting with the zombies against the vampires, or we'll be flanking the zombies and helping the vampires. Then after, I don't think any of us really knows.
I do just want to take a brief moment for all of us to truly appreciate the insanity of the sentence that was just said, and the fact that it is 100% correct.
I
All right,
mean,
moment taken. Let's go.
Let's go.
it's like we're in the Tatler, I swear.
It's like we're in the Tatler. Hey, let's get a move on. Right? Let's get
All right. Anything else you're doing before heading over to Emerson Ranch to say your goodbyes?
Do the folks that are sleeping need to like mechanically make sure they've hit a rest time or something like that?
I'm good.
I think I'm good as well. I gotta get my gun back. I forgot.
Right? Make sure your powers
I
are
mean,
loaded, your
like,
bullets are loaded.
I think mechanically everyone is going to be fine because what is going to unfold is going to unfold at about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm just checking to see anybody have any business they want to do before then.
Thomas does not.
Okay. So that should give everybody plenty of time to just get some rest. Even those who were up early, plenty of time to rest and mechanically be ready for the day. At probably somewhere around 10, right? You those of you sitting on the front porch of the inn, right, hear some commotion from down the way, right? Down by the Duvall Manor, you hear some yelling and shouting. And slowly but surely, you see the human guards, right, all sort of vacate the porch. I wonder if I just broke the game here. Interesting. I wonder. It doesn't matter. They all vacate the porch. Shortly after that, a couple people, including the individual you saw Christoph Duvall feed from, exits the building and takes off. An argument between some of the uniformed guards that were inside spills out onto the front porch, and it becomes clear that some people are trying to implore others to stay, and others are like, dude's fucking creepy to begin with, and if I'm not getting paid, like, I am not sticking around. And slowly but surely, I mean, you can't be sure that everyone's left, but a good number of people leave that um, leave the Duval Manor. It's the last part of this. Morris Emerson is standing out in on his porch, right, watching all of this unfold and watching people take off. Um, you can see he's got a big shit-eating grin on his face, and at somewhere between 10:30 and 11, he starts marching down towards Duval Manor, first with 5 Walking Dead, then 10, 15, it looks like 20, right? All in tow. They head on into Duval's Manor with no effort whatsoever. You hear some yelling and screaming, and 1 or 2 gunshots from in there,
I'm
but
not sure we do because I'm pretty sure we are moving towards his place. Like we're as he's going up, we're not gonna
yep.
wait until he crosses the whole town.
Okay,
Like we're gonna use the moment to
great.
get in.
Let me then make sure that I think this scene's set up, but in the middle of my describing what happened, my foundry crashed. So give me a second.
No.
Let me just make sure. Man, I'm having some. Okay. Oh, and actually, let me advance that tape. What is this? Oh, no, Thomas, you solved that problem already. So, all right. Yeah. I think as we'll say, just to keep things simple, right? Oh, Thomas, I seem to have put you on here twice. Hold on a second.
Oh shit.
Thomas, Mr.
Double
Everett,
Thomas.
Mr. Everett.
Yeah, just to keep things simple, we'll say that literally seconds after Morris Emerson walks in the front door, you guys are headed over here. He knows that you were going, but just to keep things simple, and as he might think it's a little suspicious if you chose the moment he was vacating to say goodbye to your friend. So this makes things as simple as possible. But I think you all have. I do need to do this though. Yeah. Okay. I think you all have vision. Right. And you are at the front door of the Emerson Ranch. What's the plan, team?
We're going in.
All right.
I'm gonna
Get in there, find that key,
yeah.
find the room that he furtively glanced at while we were in there with him.
Mm-hmm. Walk in.
I will say actually. Well, no, go for it. I changed my mind. Go
Okay.
for it. I apologize. Yeah, you see. I mean, you walk in the front door. Couple zombies looking at you. Can we help you?
Oh yes. I don't know if you remember me. I was in here the other day. The name's Thomas. Thomas Everett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a friend of Mr. Emerson, and actually several of the folk he got staying here. He told us it would be all right if we said our goodbyes, but I, I also thought maybe some my friends might be able to help some of the folk in here. You see, my friend over there, I point to Abigail. Well, she's a doctor, like some of your bodies ain't holding up so well, and she might be able to, help.
Well, I mean, I I guess you could say goodbye, but we ain't in the market for much doctoring. And he holds up his hand, and you see his thumb has been sewn back on, right? And I mean, it looks like a child sewed it on, or maybe
Yeah.
he did it with his offhand. Like, nah, it's fine.
Oh, well, that's what I mean. Her speciality is bodies. Dead bodies. You follow?
Yeah. Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. It's the best we're gonna get.
All right. Well, why don't we set her up in the dining room, and I'll get everybody that needs some stitching.
I turn and wave everyone in.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
In we go.
All right. They lead you in through this door. Do you need a hand there? Oh, you got it.
There you go. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I lost Thomas in the sea of zombies right here.
Yeah, there are a lot of zombos.
Yeah, yeah. The colors are kind of similar to all of it.
Yeah.
A little beigey. As we're like going through, I tell I assume Abigail overheard some of the conversation. I mean, we're
Yeah.
close, right?
Yeah.
We're all coming in, together. And I say, hey, sorry to put you on the spot, but I couldn't think of a better way to try to get us all in.
Couldn't be a problem. It will make it difficult for me to join you down there, though, in the search. Just come and get me when you're ready.
We'll do.
Okay. Abigail, you can move yourself around anywhere in this room, Abigail, but the zombies say, yeah, just wait here. I'll get everybody that's got body parts that are loose or flapping or need to be refastened in one way or another. Thomas, where'd you say you were going?
Sean, do not know the names of the people that we never got the names to. So I tell him the names of a few people because I did talk to some of these folk for a while.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm not positive, right? But I think the reason you don't remember names is they explicitly said they don't have names.
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
If honestly, if that's honestly better to the favor, which is because they don't have names, it's like I'll just wander about I got to see their face,
Yeah, all right. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going where?
I'm gonna try to follow Thomas quietly.
I think I suppose Thomas, if you're coming the same way I'm going, trying to find my way to the to the office and the
Yeah, the
key
goal
and-
is very much that's where we are going. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the Bobcat doing?
Bobcat. That he. Man, you need to. Should Bobcat go on a solo mission? Just go around?
I mean, are you wearing the mask or are you not wearing the mask?
The Bobcat's wearing a mask. Man.
I mean, the Bobcat's got a Bobcat.
Right.
I think the Bobcat's gonna go on the prowl.
All right.
Incredible.
So let me understand this. Abigail is going to stay here. A queue has formed for you, Abigail. People that have limbs they would like reattached in a more secure way. Joan, Thomas, and Cornelius, you are heading off and upstairs. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Bobcat's going to Bobcat. Is that
Yep.
correct? Okay. What I'm going to do for Joan and Thomas and Cornelius, right? I want you to have a sense of where you're going in case it is important later. Right? So this door here, which I don't know, is it yeah. Right. So you're gonna go through that door, right? I'll move you guys through that door. Yeah. Thomas, why don't you let me drive for all three of you so you can see where you're going, and I know where you're going.
It's
And
also
Mhm.
it's dark in here. The only light in this hallway is what's flooding in from the room. Like if I
Yeah.
close this door, it's dark in here now.
yeah, that's a problem, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Dark in here.
Hey, y'all have anything you can do about that?
Oh, well, I actually see just fine. I mean, I as the Sean sees everything fine,
Mhm.
but I will mechanically light the lantern that I always
Okay,
have.
let me throw the lantern on for you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Okay.
Well,
Right. And so from this room, you see this door over here. I'm going to lead you through that. Okay. And from here, you should see up in this area the spiral staircase. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So that means I can just move you now to the second floor.
Can we? I mean,
Mhm.
we are walking, right? We're not being escorted. Yes.
No, you're just walking.
Yeah.
Right.
Could we? I was gonna say, all those doors along the way, we
Mhm.
would have opened and looked inside.
Peekaboo. That
So
is
if like if
correct.
there's anything notable that we would need to know in any of those locations.
There isn't really, but just for the, I mean, there's a couple rooms, right? You can see what you can see as you're sort of poking through there. It's what looks like a little library, looks like a couple just bunk rooms, right? Looks like sort of a kitchen, although this kitchen area, right, is fucking disgusting. There are
It's
like
all the meat and yeah.
right, it's rotting meat and like three, it's got to be at least three carcasses of cows that are in there. It's fucking awful.
Now here's the thing: there is a door in the back. We do need to open that door, guys. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a door right
You're
here.
welcome. You're welcome, but I think that might just be the pantry.
There's stairs going down.
Right to the do you want to go to the cellar?
Those are
No.
not stairs going down. I know they are in the thing, but there's no stairs down there.
No, it's a painting of stairs going down. It's so
There you go.
realistic.
There you go. Very realistic.
Oh, okay, that's a hallway, and then oh, hey, here's a way out. All right. We should
Yeah,
go
I
to
mean,
the office though.
yeah.
I am fiddling in the middle, or in the hallway, looking over my shoulder for people coming through.
Okay. I'm gonna move you guys up here. Hold on a second. You walk up the spiral staircase. Right. And you find yourselves, I'm just going to move you, Joan and Thomas. This is somewhat familiar for you. You've been in here before. Right. I will point out, since you passed it, I'll move you guys back in a second, but I just want you to see this room, right? Because you would have passed it as you came through. There's a couple zombos hanging out in there as well.
Do they notice or care that we've walked into? This is Emerson's office.
They notice. There's a little bit of confusion, but it's basically like if they've made it this far into the house, right? Clearly they're supposed to be here. Like it's that sort of like they sort of you can hear rumblings amongst themselves, but they're not all that concerned about it. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys there, right, for a second. Let me check in first with Abigail, right? How's the suturing going on wounds that will not heal?
Suturing less my concern than attempting to sedate some people as well.
Ooh,
I will do my best to pass this off as all right. Now, one of the best ways for this to heal is for you to rest, and for that to not just to rest, but to hold perfectly still. And in that regard, it is. I'm going to. It's not going to last long, just the next few hours, but it should keep you calm and sedate and not moving, giving this proper time to set and the stitches to take root and it seems perhaps burrow into your flesh. This is an interesting condition and an interesting but despite herself, Abigail is somewhat fascinated by the concept of what is going on right now.
Okay, yeah, super cool. What are you using to try and sedate these people?
Oh God, if only I could have Joan's laudanum that Abigail doesn't even know about. I do have, as part of the stun power, I have, as my trapping, a mixture made from, I believe it is rockfish extract.
Okay.
Rockfish, if you're unaware, are one of the most venomous fish in the ocean, and stepping on them can kill you.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's actually a paralytic. Also, if you've ever seen the movie The Blue Lagoon, that's how she dies at the end. Spoiler alert for a movie that is older than literally everyone here.
Ted.
Yeah, no one should watch that movie.
No, yeah, I've seen the movie, but you're right. No one needs to watch that movie.
Okay. Let's do the following.
Actually, I guess no. Wait, that's not how. What am I talking about? That's not the end of that movie. That actually is somewhere in the middle, and it's not a death. Follow-up spoilers. I just remembered what the actual ending to that movie is.
And it's worse, I'm sure.
Oh, it's so bad. Anyway, carry on, Adam. I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries.
My brain's all over.
Let's.
The only thing
these are.
He should be. No, I'm sorry. Go
on. This is Ted. This is a negotiation between you and I because I don't know that there's an exact mechanic for this. But what this feels like to me, right, is if you're going to try it on all 5 of these, that'll be 5 power points. Okay.
Reasonable.
They're all volunteering, right? So you're just going to roll 5 like attacks essentially, right? Although it's not really an attack. It's just to see whether you succeed or not, with whatever your what's your power skill? Is it weird science? Is it
weird science?
Yeah. So right, just 5 weird science rolls, right? However many successes you are, that's how many people you're able to sedate a little bit, and each sedation, right, will be a level of fatigue
For them, not me.
for
right?
them, not you. No, not you.
Okay,
Sorry.
perfect.
Yeah. No, that like I think mechanically that's the best way to indicate that they've been sedated. That sound reasonable?
That does sound reasonable.
Great. And if you don't want to spend all those PowerPoints, you can stop at whatever number you want. You don't have to try and sedate all of them.
No, I will go ahead and try to sedate all of them. I was actually going to look up what the actual cost of stun is, but I'm not doing a full-on stun,
Right.
really. That is 1,
Mhm.
2, 3.
Good Lord.
That one's down for a while. 4. And 5.
That is a good use of 5 PowerPoints. Well done. Look, these things are pretty gross, right? I mean, you'd be better off with just like glue or hammer and nails, right, than you are with actual sutures or anything, because this flesh isn't exactly going to heal, at least not in the way that you're familiar with, right? But these
There is.
are, yeah, go for it.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I was just going to say there is undoubtedly a time where while she is here and one of them is like maybe the one I got the raise on is like truly out, Abigail is just like, what are the effects? Is beginning to kind of study what are the effects of Manitou possession on a body. I mean, this is a corpse. They don't seem to feel most of this stuff. It's fine if I just sort of cut here and resect here, look around here. Oh, no,
Oh my
it's fine.
God.
I'm doing this. And then see if like, does my my weird science healing power do better for them than traditional medicine does? Like, I will test that on the person that I am cutting up.
Okay, couple things. One, right? These are the most docile patients that you've ever had. And that includes a couple corpses that you have dissected and done autopsies on. I think the first one, as you're trying to reattach things and cut things open and realize she's not reacting really at all to anything that you do, that's when you sort of get the idea that, oh, like maybe I can poke around a little bit more because this really doesn't seem to affect them at all. The second one, like, the arm is sort of little floppy at the elbow, not quite hanging on by some tissue. And as you explain that, you're going to have to do a little bit more extensive work to reattach it, you actually dig in at the shoulder and start, make up some nonsense about why that's important. And as you're complaining about this flap getting in the way and you wish you had more hand, like the individual you are opening up, it holds the flap of skin out of the way while you're digging around in their chest cavity, right? And has absolutely zero issue with it. That said, I think that I'm not going to make you spend any PowerPoints to determine this, but I think you surmise that, yeah, your healing powers probably work better than just good old-fashioned suturing and traditional means. All right, Bobcat, what are you up to?
The Bobcat. The Bobcat's just proud. He's going around. I want to say, if like he's going around outside, if he's finding any doors that lead outside, he's like prepping it, just like unlocking it, just in case they ever got to run through any of these doors.
Okay, well, I mean, you are free to move your character around. We're checking in on what the Bobcat's doing, so move where you want to move, my man.
I don't know. Can I go this way? The door shut. Let's go. Where this go? I'm afraid, man. I can't see anything. Am I supposed to be
Yeah.
able to see through here?
Well, hold on one second. You're supposed to. Your character is supposed to have vision.
Hopefully, I've been shooting all these bullets.
Since you have your mask on. Let me see. I thought I had solved this. Yeah, that's frustrating. Hold on one second. Let me. All right, you got a little vision now, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
in
think,
black and white. Ooh. Come on now. Move around. Hey there, boss. Come on. Come on, mate. Heading round back here. I guess everybody's stopping me. Come on. Damn, I'm all up in the kitchen. Come on. Okay.
actually,
Did we?
your vision's supposed to be larger than that. Let me fix that.
Oh my God, man. It's okay. I really like this black and white. That's not it. Okay. Make sure this door is unlocked back here.
Mm-hmm. So you're just going around making sure doors are unlocked?
Yeah, basically.
All right. Good news is, at least on this first floor, you do not encounter any locked doors.
Okay. Let's see, unlocked door. Oh, do I ever see the side that goes down to the cave?
You see no stairs that go down.
Yeah, I think I'm can I do the here with that? What's this? What room is this?
You find yourself in just another sort of bunk room.
Okay. Smells like shit. Smells like absolute shit in here.
I would say the entire house smells like shit. I mean, these things have been feeding on live steer that are just walked into the quote unquote dining room where Abigail is, right? And they just massacre them and then drag apparently the bones into the kitchen, which you just walked through.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Okay. You think they got anything in here? I'm gonna start actually robbing these people.
I mean, I can tell you right now, like, unless you're taking bed sheets, there's nothing to rob in this area.
Get the fuck out of
So,
here. I want
okay,
zombies
well, why don't
aboard.
you hang out right there, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna check in with Thomas and Joan and Cornelius. Cornelius, this is new information to you, but I'm sure Joan and Thomas will fill you in if you can't pick it up from context clues. This is Morris Emerson's office.
Yeah.
I go to where the key should be. Is the key there?
The key is there.
I grab the key. I toss it to Joan.
I catch the key and then I start looking. If I'm remembering right, there was a point where Emerson like glanced towards a specific door.
That's correct.
I want to go towards that specific door.
Okay. The door is over here. I've opened it. Right, because the keys will just open that up for you.
I'd like to take the photo of the three of them,
Mm-hmm.
Emerson, the man, and Donnie.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a nice way to pull the photograph out? Is it framed or is it just like thumbtacked up or something?
Sure,
don't
there's a
know
nice way to pull it out. Yeah.
Okay.
It's framed, but you can slide it out easy enough.
Yeah. How big is it?
I mean, it's probably 9x11. I mean, it's pretty sizable.
Okay. Can I stow it on me? I mean, I have like a backpack.
Yeah, sure.
My gear, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
I'll put it in.
Great.
I look to watch them as they're going down the hallway.
Uh-huh.
I stop and then I do open this guy's drawers. What does he have in these drawers? What does he have in here?
There's couple pouches chewing tobacco. One of them still has tobacco in it. The others all just empty. And by packages, it's not like prepackaged stuff. It's like leather pouches that clearly had chewing tobacco in them.
Yeah.
But you just had 5 or 6 pouches, and one of them still has chewing tobacco in it. There's some loose ammunition just rolling around in there. And there is a map with 3 locations marked on it. 2 of them with stars and one just with a simple circle. The locations that are starred are oh god, I can't read my own writing. Hold on one second. That's fine. Jerome, Idaho, and Bent Pine, Wyoming both have stars on them. And then Huron, Dakota has a circle. And I will put that in chat.
Thank you. Easy for me to scoop this.
Yeah.
Scooped in the bag. Close the drawers and then follow after, closing this door behind me.
All right.
So I'm a little behind them.
All right. You walk down this simple hallway. There are stairs going up. It's like a half a flight of stairs, and there's a door at the end of that hall. Thomas, I'm going to move you just because I'm curious to see if that will illuminate the door or if I did such a bad job. No, that does illuminate the door.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm stopping. I'm climbing those stairs, opening that door.
All right. Open that door. Everybody heading in?
If we're together, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for me for sure.
Yeah, let's move everybody into the room. What you see in here, right, is a room. It's not quite a full-blown sunroom, but there are windows in all the corners, right, as well as windows on the 3 flat walls that do not have the that don't have the doorway in it.
Fucking conservatory.
There's also a little bit, yeah. There's also something quite unusual in the middle of the room, but we will get to that when we come back from our break. find out. Okay. It's the first thing you see as you enter this room, as it is right there in the center. There is a desk chair with a pretty well mangled body in it. To start off, just so we're clear, there is enough of the body there to know for a fact this is not Donnie.
Yippee!
This is a wood desk chair. This body has no arms and no legs. Where the lap would be, there's a rather intricate box with a soft blue glow emanating from it. And a portion of the box seems to be embedded in this individual's abdomen. Out of, actually, the box, if I can find it, looks a little something like this. That's the general vibe that we're looking at.
And it's partly in
this creature's abdomen.
Yeah.
Right. And it is sitting on sort of the front part of the chair where if this individual still had legs, where the thighs might be. And part of it is jammed into its abdomen. As you pan up from this box, you see normal looking torso, sort of zombie looking torso, no arms attached to it. The neck, while intact, the throat and where the larynx would be is missing entirely, and you see part of a horn that, as you look further up, the horn is jammed in this creature's mouth. You can see part of the side of it in the area where its larynx would be, and out of its mouth, whoops, that's the wrong button. You see the literal bell of this horn, and the horn looks a little something like this.
Good Lord in heaven.
What
and
is
the
that?
sort of sides of it is what you can see through the area of the larynx. The chair is slowly spinning around in a circle, and as you look further up, there appears to just be a small metal rod extending to something on the roof, presumably something harnessing the wind that is rotating this chair. There are a couple desks in here with some, it looks like gibberish sort of scratched on them. And there is a small case on one of the desks with the following two items. One looks like a little bit like a monocle, looks like that. And oh yeah, here's the other one. It looks sort of like a glove. Looks like you wear it on top of your hand, or could be worn on top of the hand. So all sorts of crazy nonsense going on in this room.
What is that thing?
I mean, my first guess is that it's like a undead beacon of some kind, like a.
Is that cable going
Through the ceiling. Can I do an occult roll on the like box and gramophone situation?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can tell you this goes for everyone. Everyone's in the room is able to do this. You can make an occult roll on the box. The horn, it doesn't matter. You won't know what it is. There's no way you
Really?
know what that is. But the box certainly. Just checking. Anybody else making a roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Working on it.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
not me.
One of my skills.
I want to use one of these. Haha.
Nice.
Okay. It takes you a little while. And Joan and Cornelius, you sort of talk it out, and you're sort of shocked. You can't quite believe that it even is one of these things. You've heard rumors, Joan, you in particular have heard rumors of something called a widow's solace box.
Oh,
The widow's solace box of legend, right, is something that was sold to individuals, particularly to women who lost spouses and or children in the war, and bodies were brought home, buried on the family plot outside of the house, right? And then, as when the weirdness struck and bodies started coming up out of the ground, the widow's solace box would play a soft tune that only the Walking Dead could hear, and it would mollify them, and they would be more passive than usual. In fact, so passive that when in the radius of the widow's solace box, they would not attack unless they were attacked. And so the rumor was that many unscrupulous people, right, were selling things, calling it the widow's solace box, right, to grieving spouses or parents to make a quick buck. But those of you that have studied the occult know that although this is definitely true, and most of the widow's solace boxes that were sold were in fact fakes just to make a quick buck, they got the idea from somewhere. And actually, could you two make me a notice roll? As I imagine you'd probably be poring over this thing as you're. Uh,
oh,
okay. Yeah. As you're trying to figure out, like, is this just a fake? What's going, like, why is this embedded in here? You come up with the following. One, it appears that it is embedded into the body of this zombie, because the body cavity has been hollowed out. All of the internal organs or whatever would have been left in lieu of them have been emptied out, and the body cavity is acting as a resonator for this thing, and it's being fed into this horn that you have no fucking idea what this fucking horn is. Also, as you are sort of looking up the body this way and examining how these things are connected, it's the first time you recognize it, but both of you see this creature blinks at both of you.
oh,
Um, the other thing you notice is on the box itself, painted on the side of it in small but distinct script, um, handcrafted in Huron, Dakota by the Boxer.
I mean, so this thing's definitely what's attracting the zombies here. It's resonating. It's sending out some kind of vibrations.
You're saying that's what's attracting them all.
Hey.
It seems like the assumption, most probable answer. He glanced this way whenever I asked him how he brings him here.
I think this whole thing might be the mechanism to attract them, but the box itself is keeping them at peace. Maybe broadcasting that sound.
All right. So, what do we do? Turn it off?
Well, I think that'll just turn all the zombies mad.
Okay, leave it on.
Definitely. There's all these other things too that might be connected.
Yeah, there's this. I am wearing whatever that glove thing is.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
Okay, you already got it on. All right, let me
Check it out.
yeah, make a note of it, right? I'm not gonna put the actual item in your inventory yet because you don't know what that item is yet. But make a note that you've got it.
Skull gauntlet. Chill.
It, yeah, like claws.
Can we look at that too, by chance?
No, you're gonna need to use something else. Like this is not something that you would have seen before. Nor
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
monocle that's in here.
Trying to think of ways we could look at them in ways to determine like their primary function would be.
Mhm. Well, I
Spell
mean,
casting?
spell casting would do it. I can't remember which power it is, but there is a power that will let you know what those things are. There's also an item that you have had in the past.
Yeah, there's an identify like potion or something like that.
Somebody,
I think I actually have some of those.
yeah,
I
somebody
think
may have
I
them.
have one as well, but I am not with you. It is called a Blast of the Past smelling salt.
That's not what I have.
What do you
I
have?
have something else, but it's not the thing that he's talking about. I've got something else.
Oh, drugs.
Okay.
No, well, yeah, but hey, I'm getting better.
Yeah, I think it's just a divination power that would also give you the opportunity
This
to know.
says object reading.
Oh.
Is the name of the power. I'm looking at the Blast of the Past smelling salt. I don't know how to send this to chat.
Yeah. Object reading is what would be useful. Like divination is something I can do, but that's specifically talking to a spirit.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't Cornelius the only one of us that could cast this spell? Because can't you like try to cast things you don't have?
I can only cast them if they're huckster spells.
I
So I have
gotcha.
to. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Is if you said item reading,
Object.
It says object reading, but I don't know that that's a real power.
It is.
It
I
is.
think that's one of the ones
Okay.
on my list as a voodooist.
Oh, okay.
Let me look at the Harrow.
I do not have object reading, I believe.
What is the name of the game we're playing? Deadlands.
Oh, I do have object reading. Not. I'd have to actually. It
You have
now
to,
would be fun to deal with the devil, but
yeah,
I
you have
only
to
have
gamble,
one Benny
right?
left. Yeah, I have one Benny left, so I'd only be able to cast it once.
I see.
hmm
I have a thing that can let you steal some bennies from tomorrow if you want to.
Oh, you've
I
got
kind
that
of think that it's that
potentiometer thing?
important.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look at the power object reading now that I know that it's possible to cast.
Okay. While you're looking at that, let's check in on what's going on with Abigail. How are things going at the free clinic?
Oh boy. I am sort of
There's
grossed
you
out and
got
ashamed.
one new client, by the way.
There is almost certainly a moment where Abigail is elbows deep in somebody's guts, not in a fun way, and
Mhm.
just like slurps a blood-covered hand out, holds up a finger like 1 moment, and then
When you hold that finger up, the person who your elbows deep in, right, actually has a handkerchief out and is like, do you need me to clean that off for you?
no, just asking your friend to wait.
Hmm.
And then, okay. Thank you for your contributions to science. Everything seems to be working just fine here. I will suture you up and then move on to my newest
Okay, great.
subject.
Yeah.
I will happily drop another point to sedate them.
Yeah. Let's
Because
see it.
honestly, I have a feeling this might become an issue later.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you, you are just, I
Oops.
mean,
Ignore that. Ignore that ghost heel knife
Yeah.
roll. Don't know how that happened.
right. Fatigue after fatigue after fatigue. Right. These guys are, yeah. One Walking Dead turns to another and is like, getting right really wears you out. All right, let's check in on Franklin.
I think the I think the Bobcat is going to I think he's actually going to head out to the middle yard here.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I'll move you through there. I'm not sure what's going on with this door. There we go.
Oh, oh, hey there. Hey there.
They all turn to look at you.
Hey, y'all looking at?
Excuse me? Like, we live here. You do not.
Yeah. I
Uh,
think that's gonna be it. I think,
yeah, this zombie steps out and is like, no, seriously, we live here. You do not. What are you doing?
bro, I'm about to leave, man. I'm about to go to the fucking front.
Great.
Yeah.
He backs up and he points in this direction.
Well,
And he is following you
hold
out.
on. I'm actually trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you actually leaving?
Uh, I was planning on heading to the front to actually keep an eye on if when Mr. Emerson is going to be coming back.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
we'll
you
be
want to hop out
actually.
on the front? There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
once you leave the front door, like this guy, I mean, he's probably hanging out in here, but he stops following you. All right, let's go back upstairs. What have we learned?
um, I can do a deal with the devil to try and read the gauntlet, and if you guys wanted, we could then like um like Maggie suggested, borrow a Benny to ante up. If we want to learn more, I'm interested.
I mean, I'm interested, but uh, uh, this isn't like high priority, but I'm interested, and we're
Yeah,
here.
I kind of want to at least, especially since you're wearing the gauntlet.
Sure, sure. There is that, I guess.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead and hit your deal with the devil macro. And they supposedly made some improvements to this, including Ted. I know you commented on it, which is good because I had the exact same issue. Apparently, if you hover over the cards in chat, they expand so you can actually read them.
Woohoo. Okay, spending the Benny
Mm-hmm.
and rolling. Yes, let's go with a reroll. Okay, holy shit.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got a Joker, which is real good.
Yeah.
Oh God, two different broken straights is hurting my soul.
Yeah, but with the Joker, you can make it straight.
No,
Yeah.
that's with the Joker. It's 3 of one, 3 of another, and then the Joker.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
Your best is just a
Oh, no.
pair of queens.
I did forget
Oh,
to
no.
tell you how many points I
7, 8,
needed,
9,
which was only
10,
2.
Jack,
Yeah,
Queen.
yeah. Okay, there's a full straight in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you
7,
select
9,
7, 8,
10,
9, 10, Jack, Queen,
10,
that should give
Jack,
you the
Queen.
straight. And it should
Yep.
give you all the points that you need.
Yep. And now I make the spellcast and roll.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Don't you get like juiced up with a Joker?
I don't think it does anything special in my hand besides
Oh.
being versatile.
Yeah, that's an excellent question, though. I will double check that as you're.
Make a poker hand, put together the best hand. Jokers are wild cards. Oh, and I get my Benny back.
Yeah,
I
there
thought
you
it
go.
because like Jokers are important in the game, and I thought I
Yeah.
remember it being good.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. No minuses. Let's see. If the hand gave you more power points than you needed, you may add them to the spellcasting roll to increase its total, or use them to recharge power points for later. Interesting. So this will be at a plus 6. Is that how? Because with a straight, I get 8 power points, but I only need 2 to cast.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
What's
think
it
I
look
got
like? Go ahead and roll, but describe to us what it looks like as you do this object reading.
Yeah. The deck of cards pulls into his hand and begin to like he thumbs them over one another into a
Mhm.
hand in his like into his fingers, so his palms holding the deck, and then he's like splayed this array,
Okay.
and then he folds them back into the deck very sharply as one of the cards flips itself over to give us some information.
Cool. And I think this will give you. Well, here, let's just do this. And what this card reads is.
Oh, I still need to roll, but
Well,
I'm just
yeah, I
gonna
mean,
hit.
you've got a 6, so like it's
Yeah,
going to reveal something. And
yeah.
yeah, there, right. It's
Plus
Yeah,
6.
unless
I
that is
didn't.
a
I didn't.
critical
I didn't
failure.
add it in.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that was the
So
thing. Is a crit fail could still.
what you see, and I will drag this into your inventory, Thomas. This item is called, and everyone should be. I think everyone should be able to see this under magic items, infernal devices, right? This is called the Undertaker's Claw. When worn, the claw allows the user to grasp and hold incorporeal things, rendering them vulnerable to physical attacks. Additionally, it may be used once per day to steal life from a target. A successful melee attack does 1d8 damage in replace of the normal damage of that attack. The wearer recovers wounds equal to the number caused with that special attack.
Cool. Cool.
Thematically,
Baby.
though, look at the Tailor's hood is like above Undertaker's claw. I feel like this is the Bobcat being born.
It's an
the
outfit.
hood, the claw, yeah.
Oh
Because
my
I got
god.
my Benny back, I kind of
wanna
want
try
to roll
another
for
one?
the second one.
Yeah, look
Alright,
at the
go ahead.
monocle.
Yeah. Look at me gambling.
We love gambling.
We love
We
gambling.
love gambling.
Right.
Okay.
Pair of jacks.
Yeah, I think the pair might be my
Yeah,
best here.
does look
Yeah.
like it. So yeah,
That
if you
gives
just
me.
select those and select that hand, it should give you the appropriate power points.
Oh, sweet. Do. That's right. That's how.
There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead and make that
Alright.
roll.
This one should have the +2 in it correctly.
Yeah,
Hey.
hell yeah. All right. Continuing with our theme, this is the Black Veil Monocle. Wearing this monocle allows the user to see into the hunting grounds, revealing spirits, ghosts, and supernatural entities normally invisible. It also grants a +2 bonus to detect lies or hidden truths when looking into someone's eyes.
Oh, Cornelius wants that so bad.
Pretty cool.
He's not gonna hide any of this information, but I think he is going to definitely still noticeably, but trying to be casual about it, try to take that and pocket it.
This is crazy. So you're telling me that one ghost is real, like real. Have we seen a ghost? I don't think I've seen a ghost before. I've seen a zombie
You've
and
seen
a
something go
vampire.
incorporeal before.
You're
Have
a
we?
dead man in a suit.
I've
What?
also explicitly invited ghosts to possess me.
I'm just thinking
Right.
of like,
In fact, Thomas, you've tried to grab something as it went incorporeal before.
oh yeah, that's right.
So
I'll be
much
able to
ghost shit.
grab that son of a bitch. Ain't getting away from me.
I do want to pull the monocle out and look around this room through it.
Make me a notice roll with your +2 bonus while looking through.
Yay.
You look around, everything looks exactly as it does without the monocle, with one significant exception. There is a ghostly figure sitting in the chair, uh, thrashing around violently. Flesh looks like it is dripping off of the skeletal frame, and yet never really reveals anything. This Manitou that is attached to this physical form is clearly in enormous distress and horribly uncomfortable with the fate it finds itself in, and is fighting with all of its might to free itself, but being bound to this body, and this body being stuck in the condition that it's in, it can do nothing but thrash.
Yeah, we reflexively cross ourselves upon seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And as you drop the monocle, that vision disappears, and all you're left with is this perfectly passive and peaceful half zombie that blinks at nothing but makes no movement or noise otherwise.
Um, uh, yeah, well, as we suspected, there is a spirit with this body, and it is trapped. Um, I don't know, and he'll look to Joan. I don't know if it would be even safe to commune with it. It is in a horrible way.
If I, you said it's fighting, it's trying to escape, but it can't because it's connected to this body. If I could sever that connection for a moment, you think it
It'd
could
be free.
escape?
It'd be free, but I don't know if that means it goes to the hunting grounds or if it finds a new body.
Wait, we just got
And
done talking about not messing with the box.
right, yeah, if we break this connection, it's very possible the reason this box works is because there is a soul attached to all of it.
Or it's this creature, this soul that is powering this wicked horn, and the only reason this physical form that we're looking at is not thrashing about and throwing a hissy is because of the box keeping it calm.
True. But in either way, I think maybe disrupting it will have some significant ramifications we won't be able to handle, especially if we are not telling the good doctor who's stitching him up down there what could happen if this thing gets disturbed.
Right. If they go all feral, we still got a ways to go.
Yeah,
This is an atrocity. Let me get that. This is horrifying. Um, and I'm not gonna let any of y'all. I mean, unless you really want to look to see what's going on, because it's. I've had nightmares and nightmares about nightmares, and this is the nightmare's nightmare.
I'll take your word for it.
This we try to come back to.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna leave this going on, but we shouldn't tear it apart right away.
We're losing time as it is. I got an idea to find the way down.
Not going upstairs anymore.
Is there more?
I'm just saying we've been doing a few flights of up.
Well, I mean, for good reason, but yeah, now we're headed down.
We can check to see if up is more.
No, I mean, we came up to come here. We've been here. Let's go down now.
Okay.
Oh, wrong thing.
Are
I can
Mhm.
try to teleport us places as well. I don't have to have.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, it costs a couple power points, and it would just be like an idea of places we can go like below. But because we don't really know what's below here, I don't want to try to throw y'all through the floor.
Cornelius has seen underneath, or we're aware of underneath.
Um,
Because I feel
I'm-
like only somebody knows the underneath. Or did we all? No, we all went to the vampire dinner and we all saw it.
Yeah, we
yeah,
all went
we're
to
aware
that
of
one.
that.
Yeah. Are you thinking
Um,
they're bringing us there or somewhere else?
So my teleport is a top of 24 yards, unless I manage to, I think, ace. I think I can get us farther at that point. Um, basically, I could get us 2 floors below where we currently are, without having been there before.
Hmm.
But if you landed in a couch, then
Let's. I think let's try the the pedestrian route first, and we'll go that ways if we need to.
Yeah. How many people can you? What word you say?
they look like I can move us from here to another part of the world a little bit. And I could do the 3 of us at once.
Wait, you're telling me you can take us to Paris, France?
I probably not cheaper or faster than a boat could. I still need a boat.
Oh, how many people can you move?
Uh, Top of the day, total like a dozen once.
That's incredible and probably going to be useful at some point.
I'm sure there have been times where it maybe was more useful and I didn't think about it.
Hmm.
But also, every time I do it, it rends a piece of the veil between here and the hunting ground. So maybe it's not always the best first choice.
Yeah, that sounds not so great. I was just going to ask them fellers in there where it is.
If they'll give us an answer, it's probably better.
They might, otherwise we're just opening doors.
All right, you
I
guys
go.
heading back to where the zombies were on this floor?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let me just drag y'all there.
Sure.
Maybe be cautious about the gauntlet. I don't know how many of them will recognize it.
Oh, yeah. No, good idea.
Okay.
Can I remove the gauntlet?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? A good question.
Okay, we'll join you guys in a bit. Franklin, no sign of Morris Emerson, but somewhere between 10 to 12 Walking Dead are exiting the Duvall house, wearing some of his fancy clothes and walking down Main Street back towards the Emerson Ranch. Not that you need to do anything about it, but just letting you know what you're seeing.
Okay. Oh, I'm good.
Cool. Abigail, I will leave it up to you to determine whether or not or how weird it has gotten in this room. You've you've stitched everybody up. Ain't no more work to be done. They're all sort of standing around. You're standing around. There's no indication from them that they give a shit one way or the other, right? Particularly with the sedative, they've got the junkie lean going.
I think having satisfied her scientific curiosity at this point,
Mhm.
Abigail will remember that they are in fact here for another purpose,
Mhm.
and go find whoever she can find first. Yes, I'm just going to go find my friends. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't get up. It's going to take a little while for the drugs to get out of your system.
Literally, no one gets up. Where you headed?
I guess I will just go back out into the main
Okay.
drag. I can't get through
I'll move you
doors.
through there. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's
Apparently, my door drawing was poor. This guy right in front of you just says, "Your buddy just left."
they left.
They no,
They
one of them
left
did.
me here. How could they possibly just walk away and leave? I have half a mind. I'm just leaving.
Yeah, okay.
Franklin, what's going on?
Hey, I was looking around, and then I didn't find nothing, so I came outside to watch
You know,
out for Mr.
you know what? I probably should have done this earlier, but we can do it now. Franklin, make me a notice roll.
We're gonna notice. So that's 5.
Nice.
And them Walking Dead in the courtyard were acting awfully weird.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Hey. Oh. So I came inside to look for Mr. Emerson. The
Uh,
them zombies in the courtyard. Little aggro. Little aggro over there.
I'm sorry. Do I just so I'm clear? We see zombies approaching, wearing the Duval clothing.
Yeah,
that's all.
they Morris Emerson took somewhere between 20 and 30 Walking Dead into the Duval house, and now 10 to 12 of them are walking back this way, clearly having looted some shit.
Yeah. We need to let the others know that we're done here. We need to go because Duval's on his way, or Emerson's on his way back.
Let's hurry up. Let's hurry up. Go get him.
Yeah, I guess back in. You, hello. Your friends in there are have just received medical. Do you require medical attention while I'm here before we go find the rest of our friends?
No,
I'm gonna
and
try to fast talk him and convince him that he does in fact need medical attention.
okay, great. Make me a persuasion roll, and
I
I'm
am so bad at this.
And just so you know, like I'll make it I don't know. I'll make it a notice roll over here.
The entire point of this is, Franklin, go find our friends. I'm going to see to this gentleman's injuries.
Okay.
Sure, I'll spend a bit. How many pennies do I have? Yeah, I'll spend a penny. And yes! Yes! Pop off! Keep going!
Yo, Dad.
There we go. There we go.
Initially, he puts his hand out as if to put it on your shoulder to physically stop you, and as you continue with everything wrong with him, He says, well, but no, I thought, no, you don't understand. I'm undead. That can't be a problem. I mean, could it be a problem? Do I need to, I mean, I have had this dry cough. I just don't. And he goes into this room as he's just rambling about all the things that could be wrong with him. And he clears some shit off of this table and just lies down on it. And he's like, come on, Doc, I ain't going out like this. You got to fix it. And Franklin,
fix it I shall.
great. Franklin,
Okay.
you so you're not wandering. You wandered earlier. You know where the stairs are to go upstairs. Is that where you're headed?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just drag you to the right location.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
All right. Okay. So here you are. This is a perfect time to head back to Joan and Thomas and Cornelius. You went in here to ask a particular question. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, Thomas, I think you can just see Franklin walking through this hallway, coming up from the stairs. But go ahead, floor is yours.
Oh, great. If I see him, I say, "Hey, Bobcat, is it time?"
Yes, sir.
Great. Hey, boys, change of plans. Emerson's got us flanking them vampires in the cave beneath. Take us there. We're gonna solve this problem right today.
Okay. I'm just letting you know this is going to be a tough one. All right. Go ahead and roll that persuasion.
Or
And there will be, well, just like always, there will be varied levels of success depending on races and whatnot.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
that's as good as it ever gets.
Well, not if it's opposed. Not if it's opposed, but it's very good.
Yeah, they look at you sort of suspicious. They say, well, I gotta say, that sounds awfully weird that he'd tell y'all and not tell us, but does seem like he's making moves. So, all right, team. And nobody move anything for a second. I'm going to move some people around.
We do need to gather the doc
Yeah, I'm
on the way.
absolutely.
Okay.
Just narratively speaking, that
Yeah.
happens as well. Y'all end up in the courtyard, and the zombies start pulling planks off of this gazebo here,
Oh my god.
and there's a spiral staircase headed down.
Ain't no way we would ever.
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 Right.
Yeah, ain't no way.
I mean, there were other ways. I wasn't going to let you just not find it. Like, right. I mean, I understand it's sort of necessary, but there are a bunch of different ways to get it accomplished. But you got there, and I think based on the
Let's take the
time,
lid off the
right?
fucking gazebo.
I think this is probably a pretty good spot to end session. I know it's a little early, right? But narratively, it feels like a good spot to call it, and we will resume next week heading back down onto the zombie side of the underground and see what's going on.